Okay. Hello, Internet. How is everyone doing tonight? I am struggling to get to sleep. I had a bit of a frustrating evening with some medication side effects, and now I've got dyskinesia. I just can't sleep. But, what do? You gotta carry on. Life must carry on. So it will. It will. I know that. It's just frustrating sometimes. Sometimes there are some frustrating things with Parkinson's that just I find a little frustrating. And that's one of them. That is one of them. Okay, we don't seem to be streaming. We're offline. Okay. How do we get it working? Everything's telling me toggle all on. Too many channels. It will take this one out. I want to delete. Oh, hey Sherry. Where do you see me? I can't find where we are. I've got the channels activated. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's Sherry. Okay, there you are. Hello. There's the chat. I've got Peter. Thank you, Peter. And Sherry. Thank you very much. Okay, well, okay, YouTube's working. That's very good. Yeah, I can see your comments, Peter. I will comment right back. They just started showing up. It's just odd. Oh, it's nice to meet you too, Peter. You were diagnosed in March, and I'm in my honeymoon phase still. Oh, I gotta admit, I wish I was back there. Oh my goodness, yes. I wish I was back at the honeymoon phase. Good times they were. Well, good times and bad times. It's all, I'm just going to say what everybody else says. There's good days and bad days. But a lot of things about the honeymoon phase weren't fun. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love and support very, very much. Yeah. I really do appreciate that. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your Parkinson's, Peter. I'm quite interested to know kind of what you're going through. There we go. Put that up here. That's if you don't mind sharing. Okay, I'm almost done setting up my screen. It's getting easier to do now. Almost there. And then I'll tell you about my evening, what made it unfun. I've been calling you about 2 years. Really? You were waiting 2 years to get diagnosed. Oh, that is frustrating. That is really frustrating. 2 years. Okay, come on. I just gotta move this one box over, and then I'm happy. And then we can do some more chatting. Thank you very much, Peter. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you're watching, and I'm glad you're learning. That really makes my heart happy. Yeah, I had a comment from someone earlier today on a video I did a little while ago called the Dyskinesia Stopper, and they got set up with a couple of Bluetooth speakers and a harness, and they had the same results I had. You're diagnosed now. Well, that's the important thing, is getting your diagnosis. So at least you can have a little bit of peace of mind, and at least you know what it is. I mean, you're not going crazy. That is the most important thing. I mean, when you don't know why you're acting a certain way or doing certain things, or things are happening to you, it can be really frustrating, as I'm sure you understand. There we go. Almost got the chat sorted out. Just need to shrink this box so I can put it up where I want it to be on my screen. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Yay! Okay, so yeah, welcome to my impromptu broadcast. Do you think the dyskinesia you're experiencing now is from the long term? Okay, what is dyskinesia? Yeah, I'm not sure if it's from the medication or not, because it's starting to settle down now. I've been really paying attention to my dyskinesia lately, and it's up a lot because I haven't been able to exercise like I usually do. Like, you probably saw me doing that fast walking test where I would fast walk every day as much as possible. And I overwalked, and I wore the wrong pair of boots for too long, and then the tops of my knees, like where the quad muscles attached to the kneecaps, oh my god, they were so painful I couldn't touch them. And so I've been on a little bit of a downhill slide with my symptoms, and yeah, so the dyskinesia is kind of resurfacing, but I've got some good stretches now that I'm doing. And why did that stop working? And some exercises to strengthen my calf muscle, which should hold my knee better straight. And then it shouldn't be so painful. But it was so painful. Oh my goodness. Okay, can you still hear me? I just want to check one more time because one of my mixers have gone off on my audio output. And the anxiety doesn't help too. Okay, you must be able to hear me. Yeah, the anxiety has been really good lately. Like it hasn't been a big problem. I went to the grocery store a couple days ago with my son-in-law, and it was almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is okay. Good. It's just weird because my audio output mixer bar has gone blank, but it's still working. If it's still working, it's still working. Yeah. So yeah, the anxiety hasn't been a big issue lately. Okay. Okay. So now where? Okay. And I've got the Villain Ball, which helps with the anxiety a lot, and I've started on the vitamin B1. You probably saw that. That's been helping with the anxiety, just because it gives me energy. And then I've got my little tuning forks here, which do help. Oh, oh my goodness, with the anxiety quite a bit. How's your anxiety level, Peter? Like in the beginning for me, when I was initially diagnosed, I had so much anxiety. It was like it's like going through a car wash, right? But you're not getting cleaned off. You go through the car wash, and it's just all this noise and everything surrounding you, and then you come out the other end, but nothing's changed. That's kind of how the anxiety felt for me in the beginning. It was just so overwhelming, like so blinding. And sometimes it would affect my vision. It was just a bad time. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, so I can exercise pretty much normally. People don't notice anything. Oh, okay. So you're very early in the honeymoon phase. Okay. Well, you haven't asked for advice, but my advice would be to take a holiday if you haven't already. That's really my only advice for the newly diagnosed. Take a holiday. Later on, everyone I've ever talked to starts to have problems with travel. And that's been definitely something that's affected me. Yeah, I've had Parkinson's now. Well, I've been diagnosed now for 8.5 years almost. And definitely car rides are getting difficult. But the vitamin B1 therapy I've started seems to be rolling back the car rides. And I can handle them a little bit better again. So it's really a strange illness. It's almost like a syndrome. It's like almost calling it a disease is like misclassifying it a little bit. Is it really a disease? Because a disease has a progressive outcome that is like assured. Like the disease is going to follow a specific set of parameters, and there's really no variations from it. No. But these are just things I think about in the middle of the night, like and this would be one of those times. Well, it's not that bad. It's only quarter to 12, so well, 20 to 12 here, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I thought about it. Yeah, me too. Like how are you doing research and stuff, Peter? Are you just going to Google? Are you using Chat GBT? Did you sign up with Turn2? Because I still have. We've tried to contact the winner of the first Thursday broadcast, and we've just been unable to. So I'm just wondering what you're doing for research and stuff. Oh, these tuning forks are great. Oh my goodness. I used my phone speaker for about like 2 hours today, so I don't want to use it anymore. And then it stopped being effective. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get up. Yeah, so what happened today was I was having a great day. I did have a great day, even though it got really bad at the end. I had a, was having a great day, and then I fell asleep at 3:30, right when I was doing my exercises for my legs. And I slept for an hour and 10 minutes, and then I woke up on the other side, like at like 4:30, 20 to 5 kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, it's dinner time, right? It's time to eat. So I walked to the kitchen, and I'm like, okay, I'm in the kitchen, and then I sit down at the table, and I'm like, I don't feel so good. Why don't I feel very good? I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to take my 4 o'clock pills, which I would have taken at like 3:40. So I took my pills an hour and 10 minutes late, and I'm at the stage where I gotta take my medication on time every time, just because my brain is expecting it. It's got nothing to do with my Parkinson's symptoms. And so then my body totally freaked out. I was down and out for like 2, 3 hours. I'm like, oh, that evening's gone and blown out of the water. And then what you tend to do in those situations is over medicate to try and get yourself back on, which didn't work. So now I'm over medicated, and the bone speaker I have really isn't good for over medicating dyskinesia. And I used it a long time already today. So now I'm like, okay, what usually burns me out is going online, running a live stream, which people seem to like in the middle of the night, because there's a lot of us awake. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna log on, see who's there, have some good chats. I use Chat GBT. Okay, yeah, you're doing good research. Sometimes people struggle separating the good stuff from the bad stuff, like the snake oil from the real stuff, and they get bogged down a little bit. So yeah, Chat GBT is really good. I personally think Turn2 has the best AI research companion. You've probably heard me talk about that. But Chat GBT is really good as well. The only advantage with Turn2, I think, is that you're getting like the advantage of their human interaction database that they're building up. And I think they're going to be the biggest medical app in the future. Okay, I just want to see if Restream is going to tell me how many people are logged on. Okay, not going to tell me there. No, they're not going to tell me there. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. I'm in Sydney. Oh, you're in Australia. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. That's where Turn To is from. Is from Australia. They're a health tech startup company in Australia. Man, that's awesome. 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, nice. Yeah. Here it's quarter to midnight. I'm also listening to podcasts as well. Yeah. Well, you're slaying it then. You're definitely up on all the interesting stuff. The thing I'm battling with lately is, should I get a deep brain stimulation or should I not? I'm definitely not going to right away, but you know, I'm like, are my symptoms like bad enough to warrant it? And if you're watching this video now, you're probably like, oh my god, Dave, please get a deep brain stimulation, because watching you like dance across the screen is making me dizzy, and it feels like I'm getting vertigo. But I need to wait a little bit longer. I need to follow through with this vitamin B1 therapy, because a lot of people are able to reverse like anywhere from 50% to 100% of their symptoms with it. So there's a lot of area to improve, and it's only been 1 month. Like, it's only been 31 days since I started it, and I didn't expect miraculous results after 31 days. Just after August. Like, and to even think I'm going to get dramatic results that soon is pretty bold. Like, it's just not going to happen. I think within 3 or 4 months would be a better time to assess things and go, okay, something good's happened or something's bad happened. I don't think anything bad's going to happen. I think the only bad thing that could happen is it doesn't work. But then again, it's already working. Just my energy level is super high. Like, usually I'm in bed, before I started the B1, I would be in bed like at 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening and have a pre-sleep, and then take my night-night pills and then have my normal sleep. But most nights now I can stay up till like 9:30 in the evening, and it allows me to do more content creation and think about videos and more planning. There's people on TikTok talking about deep brain stimulations. Usually it's a quite positive. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, usually it's quite positive. I think what they're trying to. Oh, why is the camera flickering? I think what they're trying to do is pick people where the surgery is going to be like almost guaranteed to be successful. So they're not picking like anybody questionable, like, oh, this person's going to have like an 85% chance, so we're not going to put them on the list. But this group over here, they're all going to be like, in the high 90s of a good result. So I think they're doing that to jack their numbers up, and that seems very ethical to me. Like, why would you take somebody questionable when you have a prime candidate over there? I mean, that seems very probably what I would do as a doctor as well. So the thing that really not really bothers me, but kind of holds me back a little bit, is the time that it's going to be successful for. Like, I've had people tell me, around year 6 is when their symptoms started to come back from their deep brain stimulation. And then I've looked at research where it's like, okay, well, 10 years is a good result. And a decade does seem reasonable also. 10 years of dyskinesia-free lifestyle sounds really good. So I'm still kind of on the fence about it. How does it actually feel to have dyskinesia like you're having now? What's the experience like? Well, it can be pretty traumatic, like depending on like what kind of dyskinesia I'm having. I'm finding that there are different kinds the more I pay attention to it. Like a lot of times I'll get the hunger dyskinesia. It's almost like my body's trying to tell me something through the dyskinesia. Like it's trying to tell me it's tired, it's trying to tell me it's stressed, it's trying to tell me it's hungry because we lose that ability. So I don't think they're right when it comes down to saying dyskinesia is solely a side effect of the medication because they don't know why it happens. By the way, there seems to be about 60 seconds. Yeah, okay. I'm going to try and fix that right now. I forgot to turn. Let's see if I can turn the lag down. Thank you for bringing that up. That lag really bothers me. I don't know why they do it. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm here in OBS. Let's see if I can go to settings. Advanced. Okay, I've got the lag turned down to 1 second. Yeah, I've got the lag turned down to as low as I can. I think YouTube does it on purpose in case there's like some trolling coming through on the comments. Okay. And sometimes I'm not answering your comment right away. I'm prattling on. So I've got the lag actually turned down to 1 second. But maybe they've, yeah, who knows? Sometimes YouTube does that. Okay, what was I saying? How does it actually feel to have the dyskinesia? Well, if I was to like try and meditate and really calm myself down, I could probably stop it. But because I'm sitting in front of a computer talking, it's going to keep going until I burn out all the extra medication in my system. And that's what this dyskinesia is tonight. It's a medication overdose. And there's no way to turn back that clock. Like it took a long time to come back on. Like I was supposed to take my pills at 3:40. I took them an hour and a half, an hour and 10 minutes late. And then I probably took like an extra 200 milligrams to try and force myself to get back out of that deep dive and get back on. And so now I'm burning up whatever extra medication I have. So it's actually useless to try and go back to bed and lay down and go to sleep, which gives me a great opportunity to reach out to you guys. And I'm really happy to see people coming in and out, and yeah, and you're chatting, which is great, and Sherry's there chatting. So I think it's just, you know, I love the World Wide Web. Yeah, lag is a drag. Yeah, it really is. I've got it set to 1 second, so if I'm being overridden by YouTube, then so be it. I'm also broadcasting to a lab test. Yeah. I'm also broadcasting to Facebook Live right now and also to Instagram. So you could try picking up a feed over there and seeing if there's no lag. I forgot what I was talking about again. Yeah. Forgot what I was talking about again. Oh, what's it feel like to have the dyskinesia? It's really it. One of the worst things with the dyskinesia is when I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm basically thrashing around the bed like a fish out of water. And sometimes that's really difficult to deal with because you're half asleep and you're not really sure that you're bouncing around on the bed. You're like, oh, this is a weird dream, or what's going on? But what happens sometimes is your body will just send all the signal up and be like, you get like a big neck spasm, and that hurts so much. Like I'm finding the longer I have Parkinson's, the more painful it gets. Yeah, they talk about Parkinson's pain, but I didn't really have any Parkinson's pain until the dyskinesia life. Yeah. And when I was doing the fast walking every day, like 6 to 8 kilometers a day, I was able to lower my meds significantly. But now that I've stopped walking altogether, it's good. The meditation helps. You can always improve your meditation skills. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What I've been doing a lot lately is what's called a Navi Kiri, and it's just to help you release trauma and stress in your stomach. I had a lot of trauma growing up as a kid, and yeah, our body keeps track of that trauma. What I've found, like, I think I got to revert. I think I got to wind back that story a little bit. Okay, so what I've found, and I've been working with an independent Parkinson's researcher for the last year, who's helped me immensely, and his explanation was you have a lot of energy blocks in your body, and it's from all the trauma that you've experienced through your life and as a kid. And every time you experience trauma, your body keeps a score, like it keeps track of it. You know, your body keeps track of all the trauma you go through. And I've been through a lot of trauma. I fell off a ladder at work. I buried a child. My childhood was extremely traumatic. So, which is one of the reasons I have the tuning forks. The tuning forks are designed to help release that trauma and recalibrate the frequency of the memories so that your body can accept them back in and they stop doing you harm. So that's one of the big things he's been working with me, and that's where the Navi Kiri comes in, because it's a simple way to relieve stress out of your gut area and get the energy flowing through your body, which is what you need with Parkinson's disease. It's because I believe, in my opinion only, and I would never force this on anybody else, I believe my Parkinson's was caused by the trauma I experienced earlier in my life. And this is beginning to be backed by scientific evidence, but it's not a lot, right? There's not a lot. It's because you know it's coming. People are going to start recognizing it more, I feel. So I feel that my Parkinson's disease was caused by my trauma. And now that I've got tools, for the first time in my life, I've got actual tools. I've been to a lot of counseling, but counseling didn't really provide me with the tools I needed to roll back the trauma and deal with it. Like, they talk to you about your feelings and all that stuff is good. Like, it needs to be done. I wouldn't skip it. I would still do it. But they don't give you the life tools like tuning forks and bone induction speakers and specific yoga exercises to reverse you can't reverse your trauma, but to recalibrate your trauma so that it can exist within you. Like they don't give you the tools for that. I know I'm being long-winded here, but I really want whoever's on to, or whoever's watching this video, just to understand this later. So, to go on the vitamin B1 therapy and to be able to reverse your symptoms, all those pathways need to be cleared from the top of your head down to the bottom of your feet. And once the energy is able to flow, your body is able to distribute the dopamine to where it needs to go. And so the vitamin B1 therapy, when you megadose your system, there's so much of it around, it gets forced into the cells that it's naturally not going into anymore. And then when that happens, your mitochondrial system, thank you, Sherry, your mitochondrial system and your ATP delivery system, your adenosine triphosphate, get re-energized. So it's a big process. It's almost like a sunrise. It kind of feels like a sunrise. Right, the sun is rising over Dave's mountain, and it's going to shine on him again because he's addressing his nasty thiamine deficiency, which is vitamin B1. Vitamin B1 is thiamine. So once that deficiency is addressed, and I'm at like a good dosing level of thiamine for a few months, like your dopamine producing cells can get resurrected. And other things can resurrect your dopamine producing cells as well. So it's really an exciting, so many theories on cause. Great, the trauma work is helping. Yeah, I know, so many theories on cause. And I think a lot of things, a lot of different things do cause Parkinson's disease. Like I did a Facebook presentation for a support group I speak at every once in a while on Saturday, and they were talking about this poor little kid. I think he was 7 years old, diagnosed with juvenile Parkinson's disease. 7, count them. 7 fingers. Oh, there we go. I'm this many years old, and I've got Parkinson's disease. Can you believe that? 7 years old, and he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Unbelievable. So I think a lot of different things cause the disease, and we're kind of living in that era where everything in our environment causes Parkinson's. And I don't know if you've heard the update, but we are now officially the fastest growing neurological disease on the planet. We've surpassed whatever was in front of us, dementia or Alzheimer's or whatever it was, leading the pack. We are now leading the pack. Have you tried creatine? Yes, I use creatine every day. It is the simplest form of ATP, and it's easily distributable through your body. I've been using it for, probably at least 5 or 6 years now. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter in the end what causes Parkinson's disease. I think it matters what we do with it. Like, what do we do? Yeah, creatine helps with ATP too, yes. Yeah, unfortunately that lag is still here. That's okay. We can still have a good conversation. Yeah, in my opinion, I don't think the cause of Parkinson's really matters. I think it matters what we do with it. And I'm not picking on anybody, but one of the things I've noticed is that a lot of people get told there's no cure. There's no cure, right? There's no way to cure it. We don't know how to do it. When it's absolute lies, they do know how to cure it. There are ways that we can cure Parkinson's, but what you have to define what is a cure. And when you think about a cure, what do you think about? Do you think about a pill that you take? Do you think about a shot that they inject you with? Like, what is a cure? Or do you think that a cure is taking vitamin B1? So I think a lot of our preconceptions lie in the, kind of skew the way we view a cure. 7 and only, yeah, oh my God. Yeah, terrible. Yeah, so what we view as a cure, I think, is distorted by our preconceptions. There are 2 natural substances I know of for sure that can cure Parkinson's. The first one is called farnesol. Farnesol has the ability to destroy the alpha-synuclei, hope I said that right, that exacerbate the Parkinson's and make it worse. So they already know about farnesol. It's out there. There's GDNF, the GDNF walking challenge I was doing. Without a doubt, I have proven to myself that you can produce your own GDNF through fast walking, and it can dramatically reduce the amount of medication that you require. So when I was at the height of my fast walking, I'd been able to reduce my medication to like around 1,700 milligrams a day. But now that I've had to cease all my fast walking to give my knee this chance to recover, I'm back up over 2,400 milligrams. So I was able to reduce my medication by, let's say 750 milligrams a day. Now that I've had to stop walking altogether for hopefully only one more day. Come on, knee. Don't let me down. Yeah, I've had to re-raise my medication a little bit higher than, I'm probably up around 2,600 milligrams right now, which is too high. And it's contributing to the dyskinesia. So, yeah, there are 2 ways right there I know of that we can cure Parkinson's, and they know about them because, God bless Parkinson's UK. They are the ones that pick up the research on the natural substances. And why? Because there are no patents available for natural substances. There are no intellectual property things that they can apply for. You can't get a patent on vitamin B1. So they can't make up some pharmaceutical from those and cash in. So they don't attract the research. They don't attract the money. Yeah, wow is right, Sherry. So we already know how to fix it. We already know. It's just wrong. It's just absolutely wrong. And I know I'm being the radical in the room here. I'm not usually the radical, but it bothers me. It really does bother me. And the vitamin B1 therapy is another one. If you go look at, I can never get his name right, Antonio Constantini's website, and see how many people he treated with Parkinson's until his premature death of COVID, he had a 100% success rate. I think he treated somewhere around 2,500 patients with Parkinson's disease, and they all showed improvement minimum 50% with the vitamin B1 therapy. So there are actually three things, depending on your definition of a cure. To me, a cure would be an entire rollback of symptoms. And I'm aspiring to join that limited group of people that have a 100% rollback of symptoms. That's my goal. And hopefully I'm able to achieve it. And I'm doing everything I can, but it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. But the thing is, I want to get better. I want to get better. I want to drive again. I want to work again. I know that seems crazy. Won't you just stay on the pokey and stay home? Well, I don't want to. I would love to go out and work again and earn my daily pay. I would love to do that. So these are things I think about. So I would say I know three things that I feel could reverse Parkinson's disease. I'm not saying cure because I can't say that. I'm saying reverse Parkinson's disease. I believe it is possible. Okay, I'm going to just grab a drink of water. And feel free to ask another question. I'll be right back. Not going far. Okay, I'm back. And we need a new topic. We need a new topic. I know what to talk about. Let's talk about the villain ball. This little guy here. Okay, I gotta hold it up a little bit better. There we go. There we go. Let's talk about the villain ball. This little guy is so amazing. There we go. Come on the screen. There we go. I've been using this a year now. And I've had so many good benefits from it. And this is the villain ball. There we go. I'm getting things straight in my mind. It is midnight, so these little brain gaps are to be expected. But this little guy, made in Lithuania. There we go. I'm having trouble getting used to the camera that when I go to the right, the picture of me on the screen goes to the left. It's really weird. It's like driving an airplane. Everything is reversed. It's so funny. Okay. I'm going to hold still enough. There we go. To the left, to the left. Okay, I know I'm not holding this very steady, and I apologize. My Vanna White moment is, there we go. My Vanna White moment is lagging. Yeah, this little device is made for therapeutic device for hand tremor reduction. Okay, so I don't get tremors all that often. I do right now because I've gone down quite a bit on my fast walking, and I'm developing like a full body tremor. And I've known it's there for a while because I had it before I was diagnosed. Like Haley would be, yeah, my dyskinesia is starting to go away. I think I've burnt off most of the extra medication. And now I'm just running on adrenaline. Probably in about half an hour or so, I'll have to call this quits. But I'm having a really good time. I'm thankful for everybody that's showing up. I'm thankful for everyone that's watching in the background and not commenting. You don't have to comment. I'm just happy you're here. And it's nice to log on at midnight and see, oh, there's like 8 people logged in. And that's really heartwarming that people would log in to watch me. I'm still amazed at the comments I get from people. It's so touching when someone just puts a comment in there. Dave, your video really helps me today. And I don't think everybody, I probably haven't mentioned this in my video, I should one day. I don't think everybody knows what it's like to get a comment like that. Like, how uplifting it is. And sometimes I have bad days too, and I don't always tell everybody about them. And when I read a comment like that on my on my studio or wherever the video was posted, it's like, thank you for taking the time to say that. Because sometimes I have bad days, and when I read a comment like that, it really does help my self-esteem. It really does help my anxiety and my emotional level, and it really makes me happy because I do spend time making these videos, and I don't expect anything in return, but when you leave a nice comment and say, "Oh, thank you," that really lifted me out of the ditch today. Literally, sometimes. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's hit this again. Yeah, so the Villain Ball. The creators of the Villain Ball are a great company, JSC Villamed. And I've emailed the 2 people there now, and they are just so nice, so encouraging. They'll send me videos once in a while. They'll be like, "Hey, Dave, watch this. We found this out about Parkinson's," or "Watch this," or "Check this website," and they even put a backlink on their website to my website. I mean, what a great company. Yeah, and the Villain Ball, even though my primary symptom is not tremors, there's generally 2 general strains of Parkinson's. One is movement based, and one is tremor based. So my Parkinson's is the bad kind. It's movement based. It generally has more severe symptoms and more complications over time than the tremor based Parkinson's. But I talked to them, and I'm like, I'll try your device for a year if you want to sponsor this study. And they're like, yeah, of course we'll sponsor it. So they sent me the device, and I've been using it for a year. And my plan is to film the video for this weekend. And there's a number of ways that it's helped me. And the first way is, it just kicks I've got full body tremors. My whole body will tremor, head to toe, inside to outside. And it's not an uncomfortable tremor. It's just like, wow, I'm tremoring, and it's inside and it's everywhere. Thank you, Peter. That's really nice. I'm very grateful to be part of your Parkinson's journey as well. And so the Villain Ball cleans up the whole tremor. And for me, that's really helpful now because I'm not doing the fast walking. I'm not able to. So for a device like the Villain Ball to just come in and clear out the whole body tremor is just amazing. And another thing that helps is freezing of gait. Peter, you probably haven't experienced it yet, just because. Yeah, me too. I didn't get freezing till around year or 5 or 6, but since I've been on the Villanball, my freezing of gait is less. Dystonia. Yeah, I used to get dystonia in my right leg. I used to call it leg lock. Stephanie Day. Hi, Stephanie. How are you doing? So there's a little bit of lag here. I don't know why. I've got the lag turned down to 1 second. But there is some lag between the comments and me, so we'll just have to put up with it. So my husband had Parkinson's and has sensitivity to dopamine. He had 2 psychoses in 1 year. Well, I'm so sorry, Stephanie. I'm so sorry that you guys have to go through that. You know, psychosis generally isn't something I'm really knowledgeable in, but shoot your questions out. I'm happy to try and answer as the best I can. I just haven't experienced that. My husband has. How old is your husband? How old is he? Is he taking any other medication? Because there are some medications that do interfere with the L-DOPA, levodopa-carbidopa, that cause problems. And I was taking one for a number of years called amitriptyline, and that would give me problems of awareness. Like I would wake up at midnight and I'd be like, where am I? Like it really interfered with the L-DOPA and caused me a lot of problems until I finally got off of it, and now my nights are better. Well, tonight's not better, but that's okay. He's 41 and he's having psychosis problems? Yeah, you need to see another movement disorder specialist, or you need to go see another doctor. Like, yeah, at 41, he shouldn't be getting. Yeah, I was diagnosed at 43. I'm 51 now. He should not be getting psychosis from dopamine at 41. Absolutely not. Yeah, you gotta see a different doctor. That is something. Yeah, I agree, Peter. That is no good. Yeah, that is something that just shocks me. It's something I've heard a lot of different things, and that's something. This is probably the first time I've heard someone at 41 getting psychosis problems from L-DOPA. Yeah, that is not right. Is he on any other medication? He just takes L-DOPA and. Okay, I'm taking L-DOPA and clonazepam as well. Okay, is it clozapine? Okay, I'm gonna just look clozapine up on the internet. Do you mean clonazepam, like a sleeping pill? Because that's what I take. I'm gonna see what. I don't even know what clozapine is. Yeah, something I've never heard of. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. That's probably what Peter's doing as well. Okay, ChatGPT. Is good for. I'm just asking Chat if clozapine is good for Parkinson's. Good for Why is clozapine used? It's used to treat psychosis. Oh wow. Does your husband get regular blood monitoring? Because clozapine can cause a dangerous drop in white blood cells. Other side effects, sedation, drooling, dizziness, weight gain, and constipation are common. It can also cause low blood pressure or seizures. Oh my goodness. Well, usually only prescribed by a neurologist or a psychiatrist experienced in Parkinson's because of the monitoring and safety requirement. In short, clozapine is considered the gold standard for Parkinson's psychosis. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Okay, it's for psychosis. And he takes one per week. Okay, well, the clozapine, as far as I know, just from looking it up, is used to treat psychosis. So, was the psychosis better when he went on the clozapine? Was it clozapine? Did it get better or did it get worse? Yeah, second opinion. I agree with Sherry. I'm just wondering if the psychosis got better or worse when the clozapine was introduced. There's that lag thing. It's so frustrating. Take care, everyone. I enjoyed meeting you. Hope you get some sleep tonight. Okay, good night, Peter. Have a good night. Thank you. Okay, he is better now, but it's still new. Okay, so the clozapine helped. Okay, well, the clozapine, okay, there are people I've met over the years. I've been doing this 8.5 years now. Well, I've been doing like videos and chatting with people online and stuff for about 8 years now. I was diagnosed about 8.5 years ago. So it's still, there are a small group of people that I'm becoming more aware of that can't tolerate L-Dopa. Like some people can't even take it. And it's just heartbreaking. I feel so bad for those people. Like it's not even funny. Can you imagine when there's really only one medication option available and you can't take it because it bothers you? I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to say. He is better now, but it's still new. Okay, so you're still, when you say that you're still in the honeymoon phase, okay, so he has Parkinson's with psychosis. The clozapine seems to work for now. Okay, so so you're wondering about the future. I'll see if I can send you a message. Oh my gosh, that did not go well. R E Are you worried about the future? Just wondering if that was able to overcome the lag and get there a little sooner. And he has no other option. Well, there are other options out there. There are a lot of things I've discovered that you can do to help your Parkinson's symptoms. Okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit to that. But there are a lot of things you can do. Oh, that's so sweet. I love my husband. It's heartbreaking to see him struggling like that. That is so lovely. I love seeing comments like that. I really do. That is just so touching. Your husband is really lucky to have you. And tonight, when I was struggling and going through my bad time, which is the reason I'm on at this time of night, my wife Haley was there for me the whole time. Never left my side. I am so blessed to have someone who cares about me so deeply. Okay, I'm just going to grab a playlist link for you that I think would help. And then I'm just going to grab it from the Tinternet, and then I'm just going to talk about there are different things you can do that they're probably not telling you about. What I've found with Parkinson's disease, there are a lot of options. Lots of options. Come on, work. Yeah, come on. There we go. Studio. Just let me grab this. So I put together this playlist specifically for people in your situation, people that are looking for options, people that don't have all the necessary tools that they need around their tool belt to deal with their situation. So I'm thinking it might help. Playlists. There we go. Shareable link. Coming back to OBS. Yeah, no problem, Stephanie. I got time. Okay, so this is a YouTube playlist. There's 8 videos. I put it together. What do you do when you're out of options? And that's the first video. It's like, I was told by my neurologist, please don't come back. I have no more options for you. You basically have to figure it out yourself. And he wasn't being a jerk. He wasn't being a loser. He wasn't being. I'm grateful for him because there is such a shortage of neurologists in Canada. And at least he stayed. He didn't move somewhere else. At least he's there. And his waiting list, just to see him, his waiting list is over 500 people long. So I understand why I was given the boot. I understand why I was asked to not come back unless I contact my family doctor first. I get it. But at least he stayed. So, but what do you do when you're out of options like you guys are? There are options out there. You have to follow them. You have to try and find them. You can't leave any stone unturned. And I don't know what the options are for you guys. I just don't have any experience with psychosis. If I did, I would pass on what I know. But it's taken me a long time to get to the spot where I am, where I found a good option through vitamin B1 therapy. And that's what I started on a month ago, was the thiamine. And that might be an option as well for your husband. Could be thiamine, because thiamine can roll back your need for medication considerably. So it could be for your husband that the vitamin B1 therapy is an option, but you just can't go on it. You just can't like go to the grocery store and buy some thiamine and start taking it. It took me a long time just to get my body ready for it. Like I'm on a plant-based, 100% plant-based diet. I've eliminated gluten from my life. I've eliminated a lot of chemicals like fluoride and other things in the house. It's a big commitment, but I really feel it's going to be worth it. And if the L-Dopa causes psychosis, obviously your husband staying on it long term probably isn't the best idea. Because as we age, our need for more L-Dopa goes up. And because he's diagnosed at 41, he's probably got young onset type Parkinson's, which demands higher doses of L-Dopa to manage. I don't know why they won't create a medication tailored to people with young onset Parkinson's disease. I don't know. Like the medication we're using now was meant for late onset Parkinson's disease, for people in their 60s and 70s. It wasn't meant for people in their 30s and 40s. It was never meant for that. So we're taking an outdated medication that was meant for people diagnosed later in life. So, yeah, I think you have options. I really, really do. I think you have options. You need to find them. I can't force him to take other. No, you can't, and you're right. The problem is I can't force him to take other pathways. Yeah. So, yeah, no, you can't. You can't force him at all. Is he? Oh, he was 32 when he was diagnosed. Okay. So he's been in the game for a long time. Okay, so I'm just guessing that you're having problems communicating with him. Is he getting depressed and apathetic and lethargic and not really interested in daily life? Is that what you're experiencing? And so when you talk to him, it just turns into like a stone wall. It's like you're talking to a pile of bricks. Is that kind of how you feel? I don't mean to be mean to your husband. I'm just trying to get an idea of where you're coming from. Because if he doesn't want help, we can't help him. Or if he doesn't want help, and the one he's gonna, I would expect he would take help from would be you. I just know that unless somebody wants help, we can't give it to them. Nobody is struggling so much with the psychosis. Yeah, my heart goes out to you guys. I don't have a lot of experience with the psychosis. Have you watched Teepa Snow? I'm going to refer you to another YouTube channel. She deals a lot with kind of what you're talking about, and her videos are probably more focused on on what you're going through. Yeah, I'm not trying to say I can't help you. I believe I can. It's just unless he's on board with like looking at different treatment options. Let's see if I can find Tipa Snow. Okay, yeah, she's in my subscribe panel. Okay. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Tipa Snow. Okay, oh, come on. There we go. Copy. Back to OBS. I think he's scared to have another one. Oh yeah, I would be terrified. Okay. I would check out this YouTube channel as well. She's got a lot of good stuff on there. And I think you would find it very helpful. But yeah, and then if you guys are able, I would suggest a second opinion. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Yeah, my brain's just not bumping anything else to the surface, so. Okay, yeah, it's getting time. It's getting close to my bedtime, guys. So I need to hit the sack soon. If anybody's got anything else they want to ask, feel free to ask. If you've got another question, Stephanie, throw it out there. Symptoms he has are fatigue, struggle to fall asleep, slowing in the movement and loss of memory, slowing in the thinking, psychosis. Yeah. Fatigue, falling asleep, to me that sounds very much like mitochondria and ATP problems, like energy issues. Loss of memory, I don't know what that could possibly be for. I had loss of memory when I was depressed. So if he's having depression problems, it's possible that memory loss is a symptom of it. I went and saw a dementia specialist shortly after I was diagnosed because I was having short-term memory loss. And he said one of the prime indicators of depression is memory problems. So it doesn't mean you're depressed, it just you're having symptoms of depression, and memory is one of them. Slowing in the thinking, yes. Yes, slowing in the thinking can be a depression problem also. The psychosis from the meds, from the L-Dopa, that just like screams to me like there's got to be some way that you can get off or get something else. Yeah, so that's about as far as my knowledge goes. Thank you for logging in from Sweden. It's been a lovely, lovely, lovely time tonight. And yeah, I'm going to sign off here, guys. Have a good night, everyone. Good night, Sherry. Thank you for being on. And I'm going to Mom's. Looks like next Saturday. Oh yeah, no, this Saturday. Like, the 7th or the 6th, whatever the number is on Saturday, the date. Yeah, this Saturday we're going to Mom's. Okay, good night, everyone. I'm going to stop the broadcast.